So today, and actually for the second time today, I got called out of my name racially. Um, I was called a mofo Oreo sellout, and obviously they didn't use the word mofo, but it is very unladylike for me to say it, at least on camera, so I'm not going to. Um, I wanted to make a video because it doesn't hurt my feelings anymore. But when I was called that name, it took me back to when I was about 6. And that was the first time I was ever called racially out of my name. And it really hurt because I can remember crying about it because I always thought that, if I got any racial backlash at all, it would be from another race. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I always thought it would be from a white person, but that's because I live in Texas, and at that time I was like 6, so I unfortunately still equated racist with white. I don't anymore, but in a 6-year-old mind, that's where it was going. But I felt hurt because it came from someone of my own race, and they called me an Oreo. And that's not the worst name, as I've experienced today. It's not the worst name anyone could ever call me, but it hurt because here's a black person telling me I'm not good enough, that I don't act black enough. And, I've tried to come to grips with that because throughout my whole school career, and now still, I get called an Oreo. I remember, I think in 6th grade, when it would happen on a weekly basis. And I had to learn not to let those comments get to me because how does someone act a color? How does someone act a race? I was told that I didn't act black enough, that I didn't act white enough, that the way I speak, the way I spoke, the way I spake, it wasn't black enough. And, my first thought is, who are you to tell me I'm not black enough? I mean, do we both see the color of my skin? I mean, the camera shows it badly, but I'm plenty black. So who are you to tell me I'm not black enough? Then again, who are you to tell me I don't act a color, I don't act a race? It is impossible to act a color or a race in the first place. So what are you doing? What business do you have telling me that I can't do it? Of course I know I can't do it. I know I don't act black. I know I also don't act white because acting white or black is impossible. What gets me, though, is every time I get told that I don't act black, they say it in correlation with another thing. I'm not trying to brag here or anything, but I like to think myself intelligent. So whenever I would be in class and I would be the little nerd with my hand up every time the teacher asked something, getting ready to answer the question correctly, oh, you're acting like such an Oreo. You're acting so white right now. Why? Because I know the answer? Being intelligent makes me less black? Whenever I would come to school with my hair like this, and this is my real hair, I remember in 6th grade, I don't really get it like from my age of classmates right now, like, since about 7th grade, they've been more accepting about it. They've been telling me I have a nice hair, that it's really nice, pretty hair. But people would tell me that I was trying to mimic a white girl, that my hair looked white, that I was trying to be white with my hair. And it was like, I'm trying to be white because I don't want to cut my hair? Do you know how little it takes me to grow it like this, and you want me to cut it off? No, son. Oh, that was weird. They would tell me the way that I spoke, the way that I speak. I prefer to use proper English because I have an education and I prefer to not sound illiterate. In the way that I speak and the way I address myself and others, they would tell me that the larger words that I used made me white because I didn't appropriate slang with my behavior. Did I use that word right? I'm not sure. I didn't. I think I used it right, but because when I spoke, everybody could understand me. I was acting white, and these are things coming from black people. So now black people are illiterate. Now they lack a proper education. Now they can't speak proper English. What are you trying to tell me? You know, it's like the way I dress. Let me show you. This is like in my knees, my weird colored knees. Um, this is actually the reason I was called an Oreo today. Because apparently black women can't cover themselves. They have to walk around in public with too tight shirts and too tight shorts and really short and revealing clothing. They can't wear nice clothes and still look good. I want to get a message out to the black community. The whole you act white thing, it's not cute. And, you know, as we get older, you know, as Oreos, note the quotation marks, it doesn't hurt us as much, but it makes you look really ignorant. It does. Because to me it seems like you don't know the worth of your own race. And I am proud to be black. I really am. Now, there was a point in time when I wasn't, because there was a point in time when I was like, well, if I can't act like I have common sense, if I can't act intelligent, if I can't dress decently, and I'm not black, then maybe I shouldn't be black. What's so good about being black? Now I realize that's the stupidest thing I could have ever said or thought, and that I shouldn't let other people make me feel bad for being the wonderful race that I am. I was born black. God made me black, and I am gorgeous. That doesn't have anything to do with anything, but being black is gorgeous. I don't want to be anything other than black. But it makes you sound really ignorant when you don't know the worth of your own race. And you can sit there and tell me that, you know, I'm not a part of the race because I act, or I behave myself, or I dress appropriately. And I just want to get a message out to the black community. It's not cute to say that, and I mean, you may think you're getting off on us by saying that, but when you say that, all you're doing is reinforcing the image of a scantily clad, illiterate, rude black person. And I know for a fact all black people aren't like that. I've met wonderful black people. And no, I know what you're thinking. Oh, so you've met wonderful black people. Were they bougie like you? No, they weren't. They were everyday black people. And I'm an everyday black person too. But they are what most black people typically associate the image of black people in their minds with. Let me say that. And I can converse with them. I can enjoy their company. But it's because they don't put me in this racial box and tell me you have to fit in this box. They don't do that to me because it's nonsensical. It doesn't make sense. And this video's been long enough, and I don't like want to rant forever and ever. But I just want to get a message out. Know the worth of your race. Know it. Don't limit yourself to this ideal that you and society, but you have placed yourself under. You're more than that. And if you want to live that lifestyle, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's really not. You do you. But don't expect me to do you. Okay? And I know I'm going to get like a lot of backlash and saying I'm a race hater, but still have to